Good afternoon, all of you. Now, today in this video, I am going to discuss classification of crystalline solid. There are four types of crystalline solid. What are their properties? What type of bonding are there? That I will discuss in this video. So, classification of crystalline solid. Classification of crystalline solid. Crystalline solids are mainly classified into four types. They are classified into four types which I'll discuss one by one. So first one is ionic solid. Next is covalent solid. Covalent solid. Third one is molecular solid. Molecular solid. And last one is metallic solid. Metallic solid. So first of all, I'll discuss about ionic solid. Ionic solid, as everybody is knowing, constituent particles in ionic solid is what comparatively we'll study, then it will be easier to understand also. Constituent particles. So constituent particles of ionic solid are what? Ions. Like we are going to prepare NaCl. So there is Na plus and Cl minus ion. So its constituent particles are ion. Now in case of covalent solid, sharing of electron occurs between atoms. So constituent particles are what? Atoms. Now here molecular solid. Molecular solid, molecules. It is classified into three types: non-polar, polar, and hydrogen bonded. And now last one, metallic solid. If we are taking suppose copper metal, so positive ion is stuck in the center, that is called kernels, and electrons are behaving as a sea of electron and they are moving everywhere. That means electrons are mobile and positively charged kernels are fixed, they are stuck. So positively charged kernels, positively charged kernels in a sea of free, mobile or movable electrons. In a sea of free, mobile electrons. Here in case of molecular solid, all are molecules. Molecules are bonded with each other. Now, next is about bonding or force of attraction. Bonding or force of attraction. Bonding or force of attraction. Now, in case of ionic solid, we are getting what type of bonding? That is electrostatic force of attraction. Simple. Electrostatic force of attraction. In covalent solid, simple bonding is what? Covalent bonding, sharing of electron occurs. So covalently they are bonded with each other. So covalent bonding. Covalent bonding. Covalent bonding. Now next is molecular solid. Molecular solid molecules are there, non-polar, polar and hydrogen bonded. Now in case of non-polar, suppose we are taking many molecules of N2 or many molecules of O2. So what type of bonding occurs between them? There is assumed force of attraction, which we are saying dispersion or London force or van der Waals force of interaction. So here force of attraction is what? Dispersion or London or van der Waals force of interaction. Van der Waals force. Now if we are taking polar molecules, suppose we are taking HCl, HCl is there, here also there is HCl, there is partial positive charge on hydrogen and partial negative charge on chlorine. So dipole formation occurs. Here also partial positive and partial negative. So dipole-dipole interaction occurs between partial negative and partial positive charge. So this bonding is called what? Dipole-dipole interaction. Dipole-dipole interaction. And here there is hydrogen bonding. Strong hydrogen bonding is here. Strong hydrogen bonding. This is for hydrogen bond. Now we are moving towards metallic bonding. So in between metals there is a strong bonding and that bonding is called metallic bonding. Metallic bonding. So this was about bonding or force of attraction. Second point I taught. And now next is physical nature. Their physical nature. Physical nature of ionic solid. Ionic solid is hard because there is electrostatic force of attraction between two opposite charges. Two opposite charges are strongly bonded with each other through electrostatic force of attraction. But their bonding is non-directional due to which they are brittle. Means आप उसको तोड़ सकते हो. Hard and brittle. Hard due to strong ionic bonding. Hard due to strong ionic bonding and brittle due to non-directional bond. Non-directional bond. Now move towards covalent solid. Covalent bonding is also very strong bonding. So these are also hard. But here there is exception also. Exception is what? Graphite. Graphite is a covalently bonded solid of carbon, but it is hard due to layered structure. Due to layered structure which can slip on each other. Due to layered structure. But now when we are observing molecular solid, they are soft, either non-polar or polar. Both are soft. Non-polar and polar, these both are soft, and this hydrogen bonded molecular solid, this is hydrogen bonded molecular solid. So hydrogen bonded molecular solid is normally in liquid state, and if they are solid, ये normally liquid होता है, and if they are solid then it will be volatile. Okay, so soft solid, liquid, liquid or soft solid. Okay, and now I am discussing about metallic solid. Metallic solid, here there is already strong bonding. So what nature it will have? It is hard. It can be drawn into wires because it can be softened. इसको हम लोग सॉफ्ट कर सकते हैं, बट इट इज नॉट हैविंग टेंडेंसी टू फ्लो. ये ऐसा नहीं है कि सॉलिड से लिक्विड में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है. सो इन मॉल्टन स्टेट it can be softened and drawn into wires and bitten into sheets, malleable and ductile. So its nature is what? Hard, malleable, and ductile. Hard, malleable and ductile. This I told about their nature. Now next is electrical properties. Electrical properties. Electrical properties. Now I am going to discuss electrical properties. So in electrical properties, first of all, about ionic solid. So if we are taking ionic solid like NaCl, one example, in solid there is no any free ions to move. As a solid there is no any free ions to move in ionic solid. So it is insulator. But in aqueous and in molten state, there is free ions to move, and it is a good conductor of electricity in aqueous and molten state. So it is what? As solid, ionic solids are insulator due to ionic solids are insulator due to absence of free ions, but good conductor in aqueous and molten state. Now here in case of covalent solid, they are actually atoms are shared with each other, atoms are sharing electron with each other, and it is forming covalent solid. So covalent solid is normally what? Covalent solid is not good conductor, it is actually insulator, it is not conducting electricity. So it is what? Insulator. Covalent solid is insulator, but here also again we have exception. In physical nature I told that ionic solids are hard, or in metallic solid also I told hard, but here there is exception in case of metallic solid. Sodium is also a metal, but it is soft. So many exceptions are there. Insulator. Now here exception is what? Here exception is graphite. Exception is graphite. And what is the reason because with each carbon atom, only 3 electrons are involved in bonding and 1 electron is free to move in whole covalent solid. So graphite is good conductor and reason is what? Now its reason with each carbon atom, with each carbon atom, one valence electron is free to move in entire crystal. Now next is molecular solid. Now if we are taking non-polar, polar and hydrogen bonded, आप हर केस में क्या देखोगे, आपने या तो कोई भी ले लिया, नॉन पोलर लिया या पोलर लिया या हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डेड लिया, सारे केसेस में मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं and they are not good conductor of electricity. All are insulators. Now metallic solids are good conductor in solid state, in molten state, even in aqueous state also. They are good conductor either in solid or molten state. But if we are increasing temperature, अगर आपने temperature increase कर दिया, then electrical conductivity of metallic solid decreases. Reason is what? Because in case of metallic solid, there is fixed positively charged kernels. By increasing temperature, they are also moving. And when it will be in moving position or moving situation, then this positively charged kernel will try to neutralize, it will resist flow of moving electron, due to which its electrical conductivity decreases by increasing temperature. So just about metallic solid. Good conductor in solid and molten state, but by increasing temperature, positively charged kernels move and resist flow of electrons. Now, last one property I am going to discuss about its melting point. Melting point. Here, first one is ionic solid. In this case, in case of ionic solid, melting point will be high or low. Melting point will be high. Reason is what? There is strong electrostatic force of attraction between oppositely charged ions and it is not easier to break. So that is why their melting point is high. Now next is covalent solid. Now in case of covalent solid, there is also strong bonding and this bond is much more stronger. So covalent solid, in case of covalent solid, melting point will be very high, very high. Now we are moving towards molecular solid. Here normally melting point is very low. It is easier to break this three bond, dispersion, dipole-dipole interaction. Last one bond is a strong hydrogen bonding. So little bit more energy, that means more heat energy is required to break this bond. So in this both cases, melting point is very low, but here only low, it's not very low. So in case of non-polar, in case of non-polar and polar, melting point is very low, and in case of hydrogen bonding, melting point is low. Now last is metallic solid. Metallic solid, it is metallic solid, there is strong metallic bonding where positively charged kernel is stuck and negatively charged electrons are mobile. There is strong metallic bonding, so it is not easier to break that bond, and that is why their melting point is fairly high, very high, fairly high. Now in next video, I'll start discussing crystal lattice. Crystal lattice and different type of Bravais lattice also. 14 Bravais lattice are there and that I will discuss. Thank you.